Hi, I'm Christian Hudzina. I got involved with Young Life in 2005 when I was a freshman at Westchester East High School. My mom got in touch with the local leader at the time. His name was Bill Anderson. Things in our life were kind of crazy. I needed a place to go for fellowship and to be with other people from my high school. She dropped me off one Wednesday night. From the moment I got dropped off, Bill Anderson came right up to me, started talking to me, and made me feel really welcomed. I started making friends that night, got into my first Young Life game, which I'll never forget. It was bobbing for sardines in butterscotch pudding, and it was the most disgusting thing that I had ever done. But from that moment on, I was hooked. Going to club over and over again, checking out campaigners, until I went to my first winter weekend. It made such a big impact because I was in this room with all these kids from my high school, and they had never gone to church with me before. I had never talked to them about my faith before, but we were all in the same room learning about Jesus. And I remember getting on the bus on the way home, sitting next to Bill and being like, yo, can we make flyers about club? Why don't more people know about what's going on? I'd love to invite all my friends. And the vision of Young Life, I would say God took a hold of my heart for it, and I was captured. So fast forward into my college years. After graduating from Ruston High School in 2008, let's go Golden Knights. I went to Cabrini College for a semester, was playing lacrosse, and living in a way that I don't feel was honoring to God. But I knew in my life I wanted to give my whole life over to God completely. Took a semester off of school, reignited my relationship with Christ, and got immediately involved in Young Life. Met up with Todd, started doing leader training, started really growing in my faith. He's like, Christian, where do you think you should go? And I'm like, well, Todd, why don't you tell me, where do you think I should go? And he said, you should go to Downingtown. And I was like, I agree. I should go there for sure. And I bring that up because the next 4 years of leading in Downingtown were incredible. Met so many families that are still involved in my life from East and West high schools. Got to see the start of STEM. And that's where I ended meeting Nina. She and I got married to have kids, and now we live in Downingtown ourselves. I now work at ADP. Nina and I have 2 beautiful children, Jude and Willow. They're 6 years old and 4 years old. Since we were here, we just felt like we wanted to pray about a mission for our family, something that God was calling us to. And Nina had been involved with Young Life before. She was a WyldLife leader in the past. When I was doing Young Life in West Philadelphia, I was also leading WyldLife there too. We were just kind of praying about what God would have for our family. We didn't intend to start something with WyldLife or Young Life in general. And then it was like God orchestrated all these families that had a hope for their children to be a part of something like this. So that all culminated in having our first club together. There being 50 or so kids there that first night. And we were all surprised, but we were also enamored with the glory of God and how something out of nothing could be created. There's this mission that's available for lost middle school kids in the Downingtown area that wasn't there before. Middle schoolers are an easy demographic to forget. They're not in high school, they're not in elementary school, they're sort of at that weird stage where they're not so cute anymore, and boys start to smell. All those things considered, they're a group of kids that are going through the throes of the social scene and the introduction of so many different topics and ideologies, people, persuasions, influencers. So middle school kids are wildly impressionable, but don't get a lot of attention, and they deserve it. I knew that it was going to ask a lot of Nina and I to give up our time and money and energy, but I knew a sacrifice like that was worth giving because having a group like that is worth fighting for. And now we're here, we're having WyldLife Club on Sundays and campaigners. I just took my first group of kids to Lake Champion for their first WyldLife weekend, and it was crazy. And I remembered how little I sleep, but I brought creatine this time and that helps a lot. Truthfully, it's difficult sometimes. Leading isn't easy and it's always a sacrifice, but there's nothing that I would rather give my life and time for than being a part of the mission together and reaching kids. My story with Young Life is, it's touched every part of my life. Thanks for letting me share my story.